Yo, what's up guys, it's Jordan, back with another video. I know it's been a minute since I made like a sit down face-to-face video like this. I think the last one that I made was probably like a few months ago. Today's video, I'm basically going to be explaining why I decided to delete social media. I haven't been on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or Snapchat in about 2 weeks. And I kind of just like left and didn't really give an explanation why. And I know like I have subscribers that I have on Snapchat or Instagram or whatever, and they can't really contact me now. The only way you can really get in contact with me is either in the YouTube comments or like if you have my phone number, which I don't just give my phone number out to anybody. Basically, if you've followed my channel for a while, or if like you know me in person on a deeper level, and you know I've like really gone through some serious mental problems. Like I have mental health issues, especially depression and having suicidal thoughts. Like those have been struggles for me. I think that was actually one of the first videos that I made on this channel, was me kind of like opening up about that. So, you know, if you haven't watched that video, I'm gonna save you some time. Basically, like I said, I have problems with depression and suicidal thoughts. There's days where I'd literally just wake up and like lay in bed for hours because I have no motivation to get up, eat, brush my teeth, anything. It's terrible. The thing about depression, at least for me, is that it kind of like comes in waves. So like I'll feel really good for maybe, you know, a few weeks, and then all of a sudden, boom, like it's back and it's stronger than ever, you know? So like over the past year or so, I kind of got to a point where I was good. Like I was doing really good mentally, and like that became the new norm for me, instead of like being in this depressed state and trying to like work through it. At the same time, I felt that the depression was there. It was just stagnant. Kind of like if you have anger issues and you learn to control your anger, but like you still like feel it. Like when somebody pisses you off, you still kind of feel it. So I kind of like, you know, came up with my own coping mechanisms or whatever, but after a while those coping mechanisms stopped working, and probably for like the past month or two I was bad, yo. I'm talking like I had to put like the suicide hotline in my contacts type bad. Only a few people know this. I've told some people, but most people watching this won't know about any of this. But I realized that my coping mechanisms for depression were to be around other people, especially my friends, and using social media. Social media has been kind of like a crutch for me, I guess, because you get the validation from other people, and that kind of gives my confidence a little boost, gives my ego a little boost. But like in reality, it's not really doing anything for my mental health. It's just giving me like just a little injection of happiness that will wear off, and then I need more. And I started to recognize this, but I didn't do anything about it. You know, that's just one of the many ways social media can be toxic. Once you start seeking validation from others for your own happiness, that's a problem, because that's not true happiness. Happiness has to come from within you, not from other people. Another thing about social media is that I spent a lot of time on it. Like, it's one thing to be like using it for, you know, promoting my videos or, you know, things like that. But I mean, I spent a lot of time just like scrolling through my feed, just consuming. My goal is to be a producer, and I was spending most of my time consuming. So you can see how that would be a problem, especially when the information that I'm consuming is very negative in nature. It kind of like kills my whole vibe, kills my work ethic, and you know, it's all just a big cycle. Like social media kills my work ethic, so I spend more time on it, which in turn makes my work ethic even worse. You see where I'm going with this? Like, it was just something that I needed to get away from. So the idea kind of like popped up in my head to do this maybe like 3 weeks ago. I kind of like held off on it. I just made up excuses in my head as to like why I couldn't do it. Like, okay, I have people to talk to, you know, all that type of stuff. But one day I just kind of like decided it was time. Like I just needed to get away. 30 days. Honestly though, at this point, I'm not sure if I'm gonna come back to it. Instagram, I'll probably have to come back to at some point. But as far as Twitter, Snapchat, like those things don't really serve much of a purpose for me at all. One of the ways that I tried to justify keeping social media was that I used it to promote my videos. But then I realized that I have like 700 subscribers, and then like 200 Instagram followers, 100 Twitter followers. Like I have more subscribers than all my other platforms combined. So there's no point in really using that to promote my YouTube videos. Like if you have me on those and you haven't subscribed already, you're probably not going to subscribe. I've been promoting myself for like over a year now. People are seeing me promote myself, and like I said, if they haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel by this point, they're not going to subscribe. I may come back to social media eventually. Like I said, Twitter Twitter and Snapchat, I'm probably just gonna leave that alone for now. Instagram I'll come back to first, then maybe TikTok to promote my videos more. So yeah, basically social media just became like a crutch to me. If you're really gonna rid yourself of mental illness or, you know, whatever other problems you have, you kind of have to like take that control back. I noticed that since I deleted social media, I've been a lot more disciplined, and I've learned to kind of express myself more, like release the negative emotions through different outlets instead of internalizing it and kind of distracting myself with the stimulation of social media, because that's all social media really is. It's just a lot of stimulation, and it can stimulate you in positive ways or it can stimulate you in negative ways. The reason why I kept YouTube, aside from the fact that I post videos, is because you get to choose what you see. You can see, like, you know, a video down your feed, but you don't have to watch it. On Twitter, you read a tweet, you've already read it, you've consumed that information, and now it either affects you or you have to take that extra effort to not let it affect you. And that to me is just too much work for no real reason. There's no point in putting myself through that. So some of the things I've been doing since I got off social media, because I spent like 6 to 8 hours a day on social media. I didn't even realize it until I deleted it. Like, I was really spending like a good third of my day just scrolling through my feed. So now, instead of consuming, I'm producing a lot more. I've been writing like every day. I've been getting into poetry especially, and I'll share some of the poems maybe in future videos. I've been working out a lot more. I've been really consistent with the gym and just like working out at home, like on my own, away from the gym. I'm really trying to get my body like in tip-top condition, and that should be a little bit easier now because I quit my job. I put in my 2 weeks notice like a few days ago. I felt like my job was kind of holding me back as well, and it was really like taking a toll on my mental health as well. And I feel like I always preach to my friends and to other people that if something isn't making you happy, if you feel unfulfilled doing something, leave it alone. It's that simple. That's the same reason why I dropped out of school. I felt like I didn't need to be there and it was holding me back from reaching my true potential, and so I left. And you know, it's the same thing with my job, and now I'm just, you know, doing what I want to do. I'm gonna spend a lot more time producing instead of consuming, and a lot of the content that I have been consuming like through YouTube has been motivational in nature. So I've really just been like trying to reset my mind, like factory reset my mind, flush out all the negative, fill it back up with positivity. I've been doing a lot of like introspection, just trying to figure out who I really am. You know, it's a great feeling, like getting to know yourself. It's one of the greatest feelings that you can ever feel. And I feel my mental health improving. I feel my mind getting stronger in a lot of ways. I still have some work to do, but I'm definitely a better person than I was before I deleted social media. I'm about 2 weeks into my journey. I have about 2 weeks left. That's if I decide to come back at the 30-day mark, which I probably won't. So yeah, I'm really just working on myself right now. That's essentially the reason why I deleted social media, the reason why I quit my job. Like, it's time to just work on myself, because at a certain point, if you want to be successful, you got to know who the fuck you are. In order to live your best life, you got to become the best version of yourself. But in order to become the best version of yourself, you gotta know who you are, you know? So that's really what I've been trying to do, is learning who I am, and it's paying off, you know, and it feels really good. I'm 19, I'm turning 20 in a few days. It's crazy. Like, this is my last week as a teenager. I'm really a grown man now. Like, that's crazy. You know, it's time for me to really get my shit together, develop my vision, and lock in. I'm just doing a whole lot of self-exploration right now. So as far as YouTube goes, I feel like I should let you guys know that my content will probably be changing, because like I said, I'm doing some self-exploration right now, you know, and that is gonna bleed over onto my content. I wanna try different types of videos that I've never tried before. I feel like a lot of times with some of these videos that I make, I shortchange myself. Like, and you know, obviously some of y'all find them entertaining, that's why you subscribe to the channel, but I feel like I'm just shortchanging myself. Like, I could be doing some shit that will actually make a difference. Going around asking people if they would eat a girl's ass or if they would let a guy eat their ass, that's not making a difference in anybody's life. That's not to say that I regret making any of those videos, because I feel like those videos push me out of my comfort zone and really help me develop as a person. It helped me develop my confidence in talking to people, because if anybody knew me in school or knew me even like 2 years ago, they would have never thought I'd be going out doing public interviews. I've come a long way as a person, but I still have a lot of room to grow, and I really want to like take you guys on that journey with me. Like, if you see me post like an ASMR video or like a poetry video or just anything like that, don't be surprised. Like, I'm just trying out different things right now, really trying to figure out what I like to do, but I'm not gonna quit YouTube. Don't worry about that. I've come too far now. I know 700 subscribers really doesn't seem like a lot, but to me that's a lot. 700 people, that's a lot of fucking people. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Like, I really appreciate it. This is the part of the video where I usually ask you to follow me on social media, but Anyways, like I said, if you made it this far, thank you guys for watching. I love you, and I'll see you all in my next video. Peace.